Which is better, the BMW i5 Touring or the new Audi A6 Avant e-tron? Both vehicles are not available in the US. However, the regular i5 starts at around $67,000. So will the regular A6 e-tron. But which is better between these two? Well, in this episode, we are gonna find out. This is the exterior design of the A6 Avant e-tron, which I'm not a big fan of. On the front, those daytime running lights are really cool. They have amazing looking animations. Everything else just looks a bit complex. There are too many different angles and shapes, and they don't work very well together. On the side, I don't like that trim at the bottom of the doors. To me, this vehicle would have looked way better without that trim. Apart from that, the body panels are really smooth, which I do like. I also like those door handles and these wheels. On the back, the light bar is really cool. I'm just not so sure about the glowing Audi logo. The rear bumper also has a complex design. It's not the most clean looking. Just like the daytime running lights, the taillights have really cool animations. And thanks to the shape of the vehicle, plus the super smooth body panels, it has a drag coefficient of 0.24 CD. That's gonna help to maximize range. However, this vehicle is pretty heavy. The lightest version of this car weighs slightly above 4,800 pounds. That's a lot of weight. Overall, this vehicle looks alright. The i5 Touring also looks pretty decent. On the front, there is too much going on with the bumper. It also has a fake grille. The Audi also has this, but it's body colored on the Audi. And I'm not so sure about those headlights. Down the side it looks pretty sharp. Those wheels are fabulous. The side skirts look way cleaner. And there's no ugly trim at the bottom of the doors. Those flush door handles are sweet, and for the most part, the body panels are pretty smooth on the side. It also looks pretty sharp on the back, apart from that rear bumper, which like the front bumper, looks a bit complex. Those taillights are awesome. I love how they look, and this paint color is beautiful. However, this vehicle is insanely heavy. It weighs slightly above 5,300 pounds. That's an extreme amount. In terms of aerodynamics, it has a drag coefficient of 0.23 CD. That's impressive. This way range will be maximized. Overall, between the two, the i5 Touring looks more appealing. The new A6 Avant e-tron has a beautiful interior. The design, it does look a bit complex, but also looks high-tech, with these beautiful displays. I'm not a big fan of how the steering wheel looks. The rest of the cabin looks great. It does have a futuristic look to it. There's the ambient lighting. At night it looks amazing. There's lots of chrome trim to make this interior look more expensive. It's an overall lovely interior. Usually the interior quality of Audi's vehicles is very good. Their interiors for the most part have expensive feeling materials and they feel robust. Up front it gets these two displays as standard. There's the driver's display and the center display, which provides most vehicle controls. There are very few buttons in this cabin, giving it a cleaner look. You can pay extra for a passenger's display, which is mainly for entertainment and cannot be seen by the driver, to prevent distractions. This is a very high-tech vehicle. It has YouTube and different games built into the infotainment system. Of course, on the main display, you can only use these features when the vehicle is parked, but with the passenger display, the passenger can use these features at any time. Of course, it gets Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It periodically gets software updates, so as you own it, over time it gets better, as each software update will provide bug fixes or new features. One thing I really like about this new vehicle is it has built-in ChatGPT into the voice assistant, so you can ask it a bunch of different questions, which will make the voice assistant way more useful. This vehicle is available with an 810-watt Bang & Olufsen 3D sound system, which includes 20 speakers, and it's available with a heads-up display. For the comfort features, it will have heated, ventilated, and massaging seats, and the heated steering wheel, but most of them are optional. This car gets a glass roof, which has a really cool sunshade feature. A press of a button will blur out the glass roof to reduce the amount of sunlight entering the cabin. That's a really cool feature. The i5 Touring has a beautiful interior. This is a gorgeous cabin. The design is super cool, with this curved widescreen display and that ambient lighting. That ambient lighting looks so good, even during the daytime. Usually BMW's interior quality is awesome. Their interiors for the most part have super expensive feeling materials and they feel very robust. The steering wheel is amazing. I love how it looks. Standard versions get a 2-spoke steering wheel, which also looks great. A lot of the controls on the center console are made out of glass. The overall design is fantastic. It looks clean and very futuristic. It's a very high-tech vehicle. So on the main display, it has YouTube, and it features Air Console games, so you can play different games on the center display, and you can control them with your phone. This system receives over-the-air updates, so as you own this vehicle, it gets better over time. There's this really cool feature it has called augmented video for navigation. So when you set a destination, it will show the front camera on the center display and display arrows on top of that, pointing towards the direction you will have to go. That way you never make a wrong turn. It's an awesome feature. It features both Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. This vehicle is available with a heads-up display. You can get it equipped with a Bowers & Wilkins sound system featuring active noise cancellation. And for the comfort features, the seats are heated and ventilated. Oddly, for now, this vehicle does not have massaging seats. That's a bit strange. The steering wheel is heated, and you can get this car with rear sunshades. Overall, this is a terrific interior. The Audi's interior is great, but this interior will feel a bit more special. After all, these are station wagons, so how did they compare in practicality? The Audi has a really cool kick to open feature, where it projects a light on the floor, that way you know where to position your foot to open the trunk. With the rear seats up, there's 17.7 cubic feet of space in the trunk. With the seats down, it has 50.2 cubic feet of space. Pretty decent. Since this vehicle is electric, it has a frunk, which provides only 1 cubic foot of space. The i5 Touring has more trunk space. So with the rear seats up, it has 20.1 cubic feet of space in the trunk. With the rear seats down, it has 60 cubic feet of space. That's an excellent amount. Unfortunately, it does not have a frunk. The base A6 Avant e-tron has one electric motor driving the rear wheels, making about 380 horsepower and 420 pound-feet of torque. All versions of the Audi A6 Avant e-tron have a 100 kWh battery pack that can charge at 270 kilowatts. The base rear-wheel drive model has about 450 miles of range. That's an excellent amount. And it can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 5.1 seconds. The base A6 Avant e-tron all-wheel drive has two electric motors which combined make about 460 horsepower and 630 pound-feet of torque. It has a range of about 430 miles. And it can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.5 seconds. The S6 Avant e-tron also has two electric motors, but they're more powerful. Combined, they make about 540 horsepower and 630 pound-feet of torque. It has about 400 miles of range, and it can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.7 seconds. Very quick. The standard i5 Touring eDrive 40 has one electric motor driving the rear wheels, which makes about 340 horsepower and 320 pound-feet of torque. All versions of the i5 Touring have an 85 kilowatt-hour battery pack that can charge at up to 205 kilowatts. The eDrive 40 has about 340 miles of range, and can complete the 0 to 60 time in 6.1 seconds. The M60 has two electric motors, one at each axle. Combined, they make about 590 both horsepower and pound-feet of torque. It has 310 miles of range and can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.7 seconds. Very fast. The Audi has spring suspension as standard. The BMW gets air suspension with adaptive damping and self-leveling as standard. With this, the suspension constantly adjusts based on the road conditions for a smoother, more comfortable ride and better handling. It constantly alters the stiffness and the ride height, which can also be altered manually. You can get this adaptive air suspension with the Audi as well. Both vehicles have sway bars, which reduce body roll when turning, increasing stability. They also get torque vectoring, so they can send full power to the outer wheel with the most grip. Helps a lot with corner exiting traction. They get variable ratio steering. Based on how fast the vehicle is traveling, the steering ratio adjusts accordingly for a more natural feel and also makes it more controllable. They're also both available with rear wheel steering. At low speeds, the back wheels will turn at the opposite direction of the front wheels, reducing the turning circle significantly. At higher speeds, they turn at the same direction as the front wheels, giving the vehicle better stability. Now, since they're electric, there's that instant torque. Just floor the throttle of any electric car and it just takes off. There's no delay. They only run on one gear. Some electric cars do run on 2 gears, but most run on 1. The instant torque makes the driving experience way more thrilling, and they have regenerative braking. Just lift your foot off the accelerator, and the vehicle will stop on its own. While it stops, it recharges the battery at the same time. So not only does this feature make the driving experience way more convenient, it also helps to maximize range. Their battery packs are also at the bottom, which keeps the car nice and flat when turning, as it reduces body roll, increasing stability. Now both vehicles have lots of self-driving features. Both of them have adaptive cruise control with steering assist to keep you inside of the lane. They also have lane change assist, which will allow these vehicles to change lanes on their own when adaptive cruise control with the steering assist features are enabled, and they have park assist, so they can park by themselves. But most of these features require extra, and they come with a bunch of safety features as standard. So they have automatic emergency braking, lane departure avoidance, blind spot warning, rear cross traffic alert, and a lot of other safety features. Overall, these are super advanced vehicles. So which is better, the BMW i5 Touring or the Audi A6 Avant e-tron? It's the BMW. While the Audi is a fantastic vehicle and has an excellent amount of range, the BMW still has a great amount of range, yet it's a bit more luxurious and practical. It's also very advanced in tech. But do you guys agree? Let me know which vehicle do you guys prefer. Also, let me know which other car comparison video would you like to see. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like, subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on X, and turn on all notifications. That way you never miss out on any new episode posted. But anyways, that's gonna wrap it up for today's episode.